all weather, all season fondant recipe. In here, I have 750 grams of icing sugar and we'll be sifting that. So before that, we'll be taking a separate bowl and into that, I will be adding water, room temperature water, 4 tablespoons. Yes, we'll be using that to bloom our gelatin. So for this recipe, it will be 4 tablespoons of room temperature water. Yes, so that will be adding our gelatin. Yes, that is part of our recipe. And take note of the measurements. The first one I added is half tablespoon of gelatin. Half tablespoon of gelatin. Then the next one, I'll be adding half teaspoon of gelatin. Still into the same water. Yes, then 1/4 teaspoon of gelatin. So take note of that. So quickly we'll be mixing up that 5 to 10 minutes to bloom. Please don't skip that part. It's very important. So allow your gelatin to bloom. Leave it inside the room temperature water to soak up for some minutes before the next step. Don't skip that part. It's very important. But we have our icing sugar, so we'll be adding CMC to it, half tablespoon. CMC is just like cellulose powder, so it helps in strengthening the fondant. It improves its elasticity. So always add CMC to your icing sugar for fondant. It really helps it to be firmer when you're doing it. It helps the fondant to hold its shape while covering your cake, especially when you're in warm weather. So your fondant will dry out faster and it will be easier to work with. So those are the benefits of the CMC. It's also called the Tylose powder. Tylose powder. Yes. So now the next step is for us to, save our icing sugar before we go on. So it's important this removes all the lumps and the icing sugar, especially when you have left your icing sugar open. So sifting it makes the work very easier. So let's talk about the problems of fondant. One major problem we have here is sweating. Having a fondant sweating. This is mostly caused by high humidity at times or when we decorate cake that are still frozen. So please don't decorate your cake frozen. Let it thaw properly before you decorate it with fondant icing. You know you can do that with whipped cream, but in fondant, don't decorate a frozen cake or cold cakes. Let it thaw properly. Let it come back to room temperature to avoid your fondant to start sweating. And please, when you are done, don't return the cake back into the fridge. No, there is no need for that. Just leave it out on the table for the fondant to firm up. Please don't refrigerate your already covered cake with fondant icing. Yeah, so we'll be moving quickly to the next step in the video. That is our gelatin that has already blown up. So we'll be taking it to our double boiler for the next step. We'll be bringing in our gelatin, the one that we have soaked. Yeah, so we'll be taking it to the hot water to warm up, not boiling. You just place it in a pot that has hot water in it just to melt it the more. So it's a double boiler method. You can see that and trying to mix up the gelatin before we add our next step. So don't boil it, don't let it start boiling, just to warm up. So we'll be adding our glucose to it. Glucose is very important in fondant making, but avoid using too much glucose. It really make your fondant to sweat if you add too much glucose, more than recommended in the recipe. In a recipe, when the glucose is too much, you can see during rainy season, the fondant will start sweating. So use this recipe, your fondant will not sweat. We don't have much glucose in the recipe. Yes. So we'll mix that in and we let the glucose to dissolve. So you mix that. We'll be mixing that and we should not allow it to boil. Take note of that. It's not boiling. So we'll be mixing in together for it to come together. Also, I also like to add flavor to my fondant. It makes it smell nice. You can also try that. So I'll be adding some flavor to it. That's I added lemon flavor, just like half teaspoon. You can also try that. Your fondant will not just tasting bland. It will taste nice like that. You also can try it. So I'll mix that in quickly. So we'll be taking this hot mixture to our icing sugar. Yeah, you can see I'm trying to mix it, but it's not boiling. Don't make it boil. If the water is too hot, the water underneath, if it's too hot, just switch off the flame so that you can use the hot water like ordinarily. So while still hot, I brought it to our icing sugar. So we'll be pouring that into the icing sugar quickly. Yes. So make a hole at the center and pour it in. Make sure you do that quickly. And don't touch it, please. It's very hot. Please don't scald your hand. So I'm trying to mix up the ice and sugar with the liquid. So take note of that, please. I'm not mixing it everything at once. I'm mixing it little by little. I'm mixing in the ice and sugar with the liquid little by little. I'm not just mixing everything up. You can see I'm starting from the center. So this makes the fondant formation very easy. So don't just start mixing everything, all the ice and sugar together at once. So you start from the middle quickly. So I went to wash my hands so that I can go in with my hands. It's so easy with that. So take note of that. You can see from the middle, just trying to form the ball from the middle. I'm not mixing up everything at once. This makes it so easy to form the fondant. So you will not say, this liquid is not enough. I want to add more. You won't be tempted to add more. So you start forming it from the middle, just like I'm doing in the video. So you mix from the center like that. So that will form your ball gradually like that. So this is the base of our kneading. We'll start kneading from there. Start kneading in the icing sugar into it gradually. You can see then you start firming up. It's so easy, so easy. So don't be scared of fondant. Take note of what I said. Don't add too much, more than needed glucose in your recipe. Add CMC to the icing sugar. With that, you are good to go. This recipe is so wonderful. It does not sweat. It does not sweat. You definitely like it. So when you try yours, please let us know in the comment section. Thank you. So I cleaned up the work table. Then I poured in everything so that I can start kneading gradually. So fondant also needs a lot of kneading. This helps it to come together very well. So you knead in all the icing sugar into the fondant. So there is no need to add extra liquid. Just kneading, you'll see that the fondant will come together gradually. Then you knead and stretch out, knead and stretch out. So that is what your fondant needs. You must knead it. If you don't do that, it won't come up. It won't be elastic. So if the fondant is too big, like I did, I divided it into three so that I can knit separately so that it can become more elastic. So after doing that, then you can bring the three back together. So let's watch. So like I said, kneading is very important. So you need, can see it has really come together. So you can see how stretchy it is. So with this recipe, that's all what you need. Just make sure you watch the video carefully and follow the steps. You will definitely get a very good and pliable fondant. Yeah, that is it. So good. It does not sweat and it's so firm and pliable. You can see how I'm rolling it out. It's so pliable and firm. So after doing that, you just wrap it up in a bag and just keep it for like 2 hours to when you want to use it. You can also use it immediately. At times when I'm in a hurry, I do use it immediately. Then I leave out the cake just to firm up a little. So that's about the fondant. So easy. Please do try yours. And if you have watched to this moment, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please click the subscribe button. Please, thank you for watching. I love you. And this is from Labo Cakes. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.